Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to my lecturer Sir Lokman bin Samad. My name is Danish Nur Hashim. I am from Group Ghost. For today, our group would like to present for our database system assignment. We would like to present about Chapter 1 plus SQL. Before we start, I would like to introduce my team members. We have me, myself, Danish Nur Hashim, Muhammad Farhan, Tanwi Shan, and Joshua Aaron Daniel. First of all, we would like to go to the introduction of SQL. SQL, which stands for Structured Query Language, is a powerful and widely used programming language designed for managing and manipulating relational databases. It serves as a fundamental tool in the world of data management, allowing users to retrieve, update, and delete data alongside interacting with databases to store. SQL is the backbone of most modern database systems and plays a critical role in organizing and making sense of vast amounts of structured data. Next, we have the key aspects of SQL. What are the key aspects of SQL? First of all, we have the relational databases, data querying, data modification, data definition, data integrity, transactions, security, and scalability. We would like to go to the relational databases. SQL is primarily used with Relational Database Management System (RDBMS), which is known as the RDBMS, which are structured collections of data organized into tables, with each table consisting of rows and columns. This relational structure facilitates efficient data storage and retrieval. Next, we have the data querying. SQL provides a standardized way to query database using commands like select, enabling users to fetch specific data from one or more tables based on various conditions. Next, we have the data modification. SQL allows for manipulation of data within the database. You can use commands like insert, update, and delete to add, modify, or remove records as needed. Furthermore, we have the data definition. SQL includes commands for defining, managing the structure of a database, such as creating tables, which is coded as create table, altering table structures, which we code as alter table, and defining relationships between tables that we code as foreign key. Furthermore, we have the data integrity. SQL enforces data integrity rules, ensuring that data remains consistent and accurate through features like constraints, indexes, and triggers. For the next one, we have transactions. SQL supports transaction management, allowing you to group a series of database operations into a single unit. This ensures the integrity of the data even in complex scenarios. Furthermore, we have the security. SQL databases offer robust security features including user authentication, authorization, and encryption to protect sensitive information. Lastly, we have the scalability. SQL databases can scale both vertically by adding more resources to a single server and horizontally by distributing data across multiple servers, making them suitable for a wide range of applications and workloads. SQL is not limited to a specific database system. It is an industry standard language that is compatible with various RDBMS such as MySQL, PostgreSQL, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, and SQLite, among others. This portability allows developers and data professionals to apply their SQL skills across different database platforms. And lastly, we have the summary. What are the summary of the introduction? The summary is, SQL is a crucial tool for working with structured data, providing a consistent and powerful way to interact with relational databases. Its versatility and widespread adoption make it an essential skill for data analysts, database administrators, software developers, and anyone involved in data management and analysis. That's all for me. For the introduction, I am Danish. For the next part, I will pass to my group mates. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Joshua Daniel, and today I'll be presenting part 2 of our assignment, which is software installation XAMPP. The term XAMPP refers to a collection of free software. Each letter in the name stands for one of the 5 essential elements The web server Apache, the relational database management system MySQL or Maria Database DB, and the programming languages Perl and PHP are all included in the software package. Linux, Windows, and Mac OS are three operating systems that it supports and represented by the letter X. Apache is a free and open source web server. The most used server for delivering online content is Apache. The Apache Software Foundation offers the server program as a free software. One of the most well-liked relational database management systems in the world is included in XAMPP, MySQL, MariaDB. MySQL provides data storages for online services when used in conjunction with Apache, a web server, and a PHP programming language. MariaDB, a community-developed derivative of MySQL project created by original creator, has taken MySQL's position in current XAMPP versions. Using PHP, users may build dynamic websites or apps. PHP is a server-side programming language. Our platform may be used to install PHP, which supports a variety of different database systems. Perl is a scripting language that is used in system management, web development, and network programming. Perl enables users to create dynamic web applications much like PHP does. This open source Apache installation also includes several more helpful tools, which change based on your operating system. In addition to these essential parts, these utilities include the FTP servers like FileZilla or ProFTPD, the web analytics tool Webalizer, OpenSSL, and Apache Tomcat. The mail server Mercury and the database management tool PHP Installing XAMPP. You may learn how to install the software package on Windows by following our XAMPP tutorial. The instructions for the installation procedure given below may vary if you are running Linux or Mac OS X. Step 1. Download a version of XAMPP. A version of XAMPP is made accessible by Apache Friends, a non-profit initiative. Downloadable versions with PHP 5.5, 5.6, or 7 are offered in the Apache Friends website. Step 2. Run EX5. After downloading the software package, you may begin the installation by double-clicking on the EXND file. Step 3. Deactivate any antivirus software. It is advised to temporarily suspend any antivirus software until all XAMPP components have been successfully installed because an active antivirus program might harm the installation process. Step 4. Deactivate UAC. We advise you to deactivate user account control as well for the duration of the installation process, since it might obstruct the installation of XAMPP because it restricts writing access to C. Go to the Microsoft Windows Help website to learn how to disable your UAC. Step 5. Start the setup process. The start screen of XAMPP setup process should immediately display when you launch the EX file. After disabling your antivirus programs and taking notice of the user account control. To set up the installation options, click Next, as you can see over here. Step 6. Choose software components. Under Select Components, you have the option to exclude individual components of XAMPP software bundle from the installation. But for full local test server, we recommend you install using the standard setup and all available components. After making your choice, click Next. Step 7. Choose the installation directory. You have the option to select the location for the installation of the XAMPP software package in this subsequent phase. If you choose the default configuration, C will automatically create a folder called XAMPP for you. Click Next after selecting location. So this is where you have to create a new folder, and then once you're done, press Next. Step 8. Start the installation process. Click to begin the installation after all the aforementioned choices have been selected. The installation wizard will unpack, install, and save the chosen components to a specified location. It may take several minutes to complete this operation. Keep an eye on the green loading bar in the center of the screen to see how the installation is progressing, as you can see right here. Step 9. Windows Firewall Blocking. Your firewall may halt the installation process in order to prevent specific XAMPP components. To allow communication between Apache server and your home or office network, choose the relevant tick box. Keep in mind that it's not advised to make your XAMPP server accessible to public networks. And step 10. Complete installation. After unpacking and installing each component, select Finish to end the setup procedure. Once the installation is complete, click to choose the correct checkbox and launch the XAMPP control panel. As you can see, once everything is completed, all you have to do is just press Finish. Thank you for your time.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Fahad bin Muhammad Zahid. Today I'm going to show you how to do database, table and attributes using the GUI methods inside the XAMPP. So first of all, you need to open XAMPP. So you need to open XAMPP control panel and click Apache and MySQL. After finish running, then you go to admin and it will show you this menu here. It will show you this menu. So to make a new database, you click new, click here, put your database name. You see, I already got some database that I already do. So make a new database which is school. So you after you put the database name here, then you click create here. So your database gonna show here. So the school here, then it'll show you structure, SQL, search, and everything, as you can see here. So to create a new table, right? You click the table that click the database that you just create, which is school here, and you can create a new table here. So name a good table for this is like called teacher, and you can select how many columns do you want in one table. So make 4. So as you can see, this is how you create a attribute here. There's a lot of like option for like attributes, like lot of option for attributes. So you can put the name here, any like attributes name here. So I'm gonna put teacher's ID and put here teacher's name, and put here teacher's subject. Yeah, okay. So after that, after you finish naming your attribute, can pick which type you want to pick. So you can have like integer, bacha, text, date, and so on and so on. But for this we do teacher ID, we can do integer. For teacher's name we do bacha for string, and teacher subject we do bacha too. So the length of the length of like attributes you can put like this. I put 10 here, and for like teacher's name I put like 100, and for teacher subject I put 100 too. 100. So this is default. You can make it as a null thing, and then default collection attribute null. That's comment, any comment you want to make about the attributes, and everything here you can explore. So if you want to make a table, right, you need to have a primary key. For one attribute need to be a primary key. So you need to go to pick which one you want to pick as a primary key, and then you go to index here, then select primary key here. It's loading. Okay. You can put in the index name everything. So you can see teacher ID gonna be primary, so click go, and gonna be primary key. For foreign key, right, you can pick unique here too. So you can pick unique. After you finish putting your attribute and everything, you can go to save here, and then you click save here, and then you finish saving your table and everything. As you can see, this have primary key and teacher's name, teacher subject, So here, how you do a table. You can make another table here too. To input your your records here, you click to insert. You click here. You can put the value here, like my student ID here. Can put the teacher's name, my name, I guess here, and you can put the teacher subject, like maybe database, database system, and then you can click go here, and then it will insert a new row with teacher ID, this teacher name, and teacher subject. And this is it. This is how to do the database table and attributes using only the GUI methods. There's another method which is using SQL and everything, but this is much better if like for beginner and everything. So thank you very much.
Hi everyone, my name is Tang Wei San and my student ID is 1221101667. In this video, I'm going to present part 4 using basic SQL, DDL and DML command. So the first question is, we need to create a database with the name automobile and start using the database. So the query is create database and the database name automobile. So we copy this query and we run inside SQL. So we run it and it will create a new database called automobile, and then we click on it, and now we are using the automobile database. So we go to question 2. Create a table called categories with the following attributes and settings. So the query is create table if not exists, the table's names, and then bracket. Inside the bracket we put the attributes and the settings. So we copy it and we run it inside SQL. So after we run it, if we want to see the settings, we use describe and the table's name, and then we run. And now we can see the setting for the tables. And we go to question 3. Create a table called vehicles with the following attributes and settings. So this is similar with the question 2, but the difference is for the vehicles categories ID is the foreign keys. We need to link this column to the categories IDs. So the queries, we need to put foreign key bracket which column the vehicles categories IDs reference to which tables, categories tables, and which columns, and the column is the categories IDs. So we put it inside here and then we run and we get the categories tables, and now we want to see the settings. So describe categories. Describe vehicle. And then semicolon. And then we run, we can see the settings. So we go to the next one. Number 4, insert this data into the categories tables. So the query is insert into the categories table categories and bracket, and then we put the attribute. We need to put the attribute because in these two tables we use the auto increment. So after the attributes and then values and then the record. So we run it inside here, and then we can see the vehicles tables have new record. So we go to the next one. Also same, we insert the data into the vehicle tables. So we insert it into vehicles and then the attributes, values, and the record. So after we run, we can see inside the vehicles tables. So the next one lists the cars which are from the type as MPV. So select which column we want to display in the tables, from which tables, from the categories and vehicle tables, where the categories IDs equals to vehicle.vehicles categories IDs. So this line is do the connection between these two tables, and the categories names equals to MPV. So we copy and then we run it inside here. So it will display these three columns and the MPV vehicles. So only two vehicles which is MPV categories. So we go to the next one. Show the average price and the number of vehicles for each categories. So select the categories, select the attributes, round to 2 decimal average vehicle price as average price. We rename these columns, this one to average price, and count as total cars from the vehicles and the categories tables, and do the connection group by the categories name. We use group by because we don't want categories name display multiple times. So we run it. So you can see for this one it will rename to the average price, and the count will rename to the total cars. And here, and each category's name only appears one because we use group by. So we go to the next one, show the cheapest vehicles in the table. So select the column that we want to display, from which tables, and do the connection, and the vehicle price equals to the cheapest. So select minimum price from vehicle tables. So we copy it and we run. So we will get the cheapest vehicles. So for number 9, display only the SUV vehicles where years is more than 2000. So select the columns names from which table where the vehicle's categories ID equals to 3 and vehicle's years is more than 2000. So for the SUV, the categories ID is 3. The category ID is 3, so we need to put where vehicle's categories ID equal to 3. So we copy this command and then we run it, and then it will display the SUV vehicles where the years is more than 2000. So the next one show the vehicles which cost more than the average price. So select all from vehicles tables where the vehicle price is more than the average. So select average vehicle price from vehicles tables. So we copy this command and we run it. So we only get one vehicles which is more than the average price. So we go to next one, list the categories which have 2 or more vehicles. So select the column that we want, and we need to use counts to count how many vehicles as total car from which tables to the connection group by the categories name, having count more or equals to 2. So we copy this command and then we run it. So it will display the categories name and the total car for each categories. So the next one, which the total car is more or equals to 2. So we go to the next one, we need to show vehicles price in descending orders. So we need to, the price need to from the highest to the lowest. So we need to use order by the vehicle price descending. So we select the column from which tables and orders by the vehicle price descending. So we copy this and then we run it. So it will list the vehicles from the highest price to the lower price. So the next one, each vehicle will have depreciation reductions in values. Normally calculate the price of the vehicles after 15 depreciations. Select the columns that we want to display and we use round up to 2 decimal for the vehicle's price multiplies 0.85. We use 0.85 because we use 1 to minus 0.15 and we get 0.85, and we rename the columns to after 15% depreciations from the vehicle tables. So we copy this command and then we run it. So we can get the after 15% depreciations. So the next one, we need to set the vehicle's model as unique. So we can check the vehicle table first. So describe vehicles, and then we run. So now you can see the vehicle models, the keys is empty. So we want to change it to unique. So we run this command, and then we use this command again, and then we run, and then here at the vehicle models, keys will have unique. So we go to the next one, change category description type to Wacha 100. So before that, so we use describe categories. So before that, the categories description is Wacha 115. So we want to change to 100. So we copy this command. So when we change this one, we also need to put the no new, because before that the category description is no new, so we also need to put it. So we press it, Wacha 100 no new. So we run it, and then we show it again. Categories. So it will become Wacha 100 and no new. So for the next one, change tables names categories to type. So the query is rename tables the old tables names to the new tables name. So we show queries, and then we run it. So the categories, after we refresh, it will change to type. So we go to the next one, update BMW 635 CSI vehicles years to 2007. So we open the record, we need to see the BMW 635 CSI's vehicle ID is 3. So we need to update the vehicle, set the vehicle's years equals to 2007, where the vehicle's ID is 3. So we run this command, and after we run, so the BMW 635 CSI will change to 2007, the vehicle's years. So the next one, delete all the record belonging to SUV. So belonging to SUV is categories ID is 3, so the vehicle's category ID is 3. So we need to delete record 2 and record 4. So the query is delete from vehicles where the vehicle's categories ID equals to 3. So we run this command. So okay, and then we go back and see the record. So for record number 2 and number 4 already be deleted because the categories, the vehicle categories IDs is equals to 3. So after we delete, for the next questions is delete the SUV type from the table. So after we delete the record belonging to SUV, so now we can delete the SUV type from the type record. So just now we know the SUV categories ID is 3, so delete from type tables type where the categories ID is equals to 3. So we run it. So we open back the type tables. So the categories 3 is the SUV already been deleted. So we go to the next one, remove all the records from the vehicles table. So we can use truncate tables vehicles or we can use delete table vehicles. So we use the truncate table vehicles and then we run it and then run. Okay. So the record inside the vehicles will delete, but the settings, the attribute and setting will still remain. So the last one, remove the vehicles table from the database. So if we want to delete the entire table, including the record and also the attribute and settings, so we use drop table vehicles. So we copy and then we run it. So we run. Okay. So it will remain only one tables. The tables vehicles already deleted. So that's all for me.